All right, well, the second song, the first song with vocals is Tin Can. And this is the song that we had rehearsed quite a bit. So it was the one song that I felt like needed to be a bit of a centerpiece for the record. It's played in standard tuning for all you guitar players, meaning standard tuning is from low to high, E, A, D, G, B, E on your tuning on your guitars. I played it on this this very specific Stratocaster with the maple neck. One thing I've always liked is the that sus sound that you get. Very clean Stratocaster sound, and so this guitar really worked perfectly. But I wanted to have an interesting beginning, and that's where the heavy organ, which leads in and actually out of the song, came into being. So perhaps what we'll do is take a listen to the intro here. We're about ready to go into the vocals. So this is the first song where the other guys came in, bringing the band together on this song. You can hear the strum of the acoustic guitar behind this electric guitar, the bass and the drums coming in. And then here are the vocals.
Kick the can, tin can. Kick the man, tin man. It's the game we all know. It's the same we now know.
Of course, that is the catch, the catch of the song right there. Now we go into the first verse.
Shoot to kill. Where's your will, boy? Hold it still. It's a toy boy. In the alley, in the yard, in the street, and the beat. In the alley, in the yard, in the street, in the street. Kick the can, tin can.
And I don't know if you heard that, but that was the introduction of the piano there. And the piano starts to gather steam as the song goes on. The only other thing I'll bring up is that talking part. I like the juxtaposition of having the talking part and then the vocals over top of that. So here's the verse 2 with added piano.
Kick the man, tin man. It's the game we all know. It's the same we now know. Remind yourself of a fun son. Rewind yourself. All just run, son. In the alley, in the yard, in the street, and the beat. In the alley, in the yard, in the street, in the street.
Go into the break. Guitar solo. Quick comment on that. I used this same guitar for the solo. Switched though to the neck pickup to get a more tubular type of sound on the solo, and I remember thinking on that solo I wanted to play it with some double stops. So guitar players know what we're talking about, but double stops where you're playing two strings at the same time to give it a thicker type of sound. And anyway, I think it came out okay.
In the alley, in the yard, in the street, Andrew B. In the alley, in the yard, in the street, in the alley, in the yard, in the street, Andrew B. In the alley, in the yard, in the street.
Okay, now before we go to this bridge, I do want to say that beautiful harmonizing, Chuck, with you and Dave Atkinson. I think, all the harmonies came out really nice and thick. I can't remember how many times we overdubbed those, but, we got a pretty thick sound out of that as we did, similarly in the talking point. So now here is where we go to the break. I want to give kudos to my friend Chuck Stokes for the a little game part there, and then another couple lines you let out a big yell, and I remember producer Mike and I were like, he just did something really special there. So you'll hear that coming up, and then that goes into a little mini guitar part.
It's a game, just a game. It's a game, a little game. It's a game, but all the same, it's still a game. Play the game.
There it is. Okay, so you guitar players, just hitting the harmonics here at the 12th fret, and then taking the tremolo bar and just taking that down. And I did that several times. And then with a fairly heavy distortion at the very end of that, I did the typical sliding the pick on the string at the very end of that to get that sound going into the final part of the song.
Kick the can, can. Kick the can, can. Kick the can, can. Kick the can, can.
And then ending the way the song started with that Hammond organ sound. And then there was discussion, do we let that fade out or do a quick cut? And I wanted to do the quick cut. I thought that ends that first segment of the record. Tin Can, the lyrics to it, I guess I'll say when I've written lyrics, I don't like to necessarily write lyrics that are, Tom loves Jane, Jane loves Tom, that are too obvious. I like to have lyrics that can be interpreted the way you want to interpret them. So although the game Tin Can is a kid's game, if you spend any time listening to the lyrics, it's anything but kids. And it's always interesting to me how people interpret songs. I remember someone saying to me, you know what that song means to me? It reminds me of when I was with my father growing up and going hunting. Of course, I didn't write it with that in mind at all, but that's what it meant to him. And other people have interpreted it differently, thinking about it as a kid's game. So anyway, you can make your own interpretation.